You make money, but somehow you're still broke. And at this point, it doesn't even surprise you anymore. It just feels like your reality. There's this moment that keeps happening. You open your account balance, and you already know what you're about to see. Low. Maybe not completely empty, but definitely not what you expected. And the strange part is, you know you've been earning money. You remember getting paid. You remember money entering your hands. So how did it disappear this fast? Where did it actually go? And why does this keep happening again and again? At first, you blame your income. You tell yourself, if I just earn more, everything will be fine. But then time passes, you earn a little more, and somehow nothing really changes. The stress is still there. The cycle is still there. And now the question becomes uncomfortable. What if the problem isn't just how much I earn? Because the truth is, a lot of people aren't broke because they don't earn. They're broke because of patterns they've never stopped to question. Reason 1. You don't control your money. Most people think money problems start with income, but they actually start with control, or the lack of it. Think about it. When money comes in, what happens next? There's usually no plan, no clear direction. You just start spending based on what feels necessary in the moment. Food, transport, small needs, random wants. And none of these things feel wrong. That's why it's dangerous, because everything feels justified. But without a plan, money doesn't last. It reacts to your life instead of being directed by you. Solution. Control doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need spreadsheets or perfect systems. You just need intention. Before you spend anything, decide where your money is supposed to go. Even something simple works. Needs, savings, personal spending. When money has a purpose, it stops disappearing without explanation. Reason 2. Invisible spending. This is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck. Not the obvious expenses, but the invisible ones. The small decisions you don't even think about. The quick purchases. The extra things. The "it's just a little amount" mindset. Individually, they seem harmless, but over time, they stack up in a way you don't notice. And because you don't notice them, you never stop them. That's why your money feels like it disappears, because a lot of it leaves quietly. Solution. Awareness changes everything. Not perfection, awareness. For just a few days, pay attention to where your money goes. Write it down. Don't judge it, just observe it. Because once you see your habits clearly, it becomes harder to ignore them. And that's where change begins. Reason 3. Your lifestyle is growing with your income. This one is subtle, and that's why it's powerful. Every time your income increases, your lifestyle quietly adjusts. You don't even plan it. It just happens. Slightly better food, slightly more comfort, slightly more spending, and it feels deserved. You tell yourself, I'm working hard, I should enjoy it. And you're right. But here's the problem. If your expenses grow at the same rate as your income, you never move forward. You just stay in the same place, at a higher level. Solution. Growth doesn't come from earning more alone. It comes from creating a gap between what you earn and what you spend. Protect that gap. Let your income grow faster than your lifestyle. That difference is what builds stability. Reason 4. You spend based on emotion. Not all spending is logical. A lot of it is emotional. You're stressed, you spend. You're tired, you spend. You feel like you deserve something, you spend. And in that moment, it feels good. It feels like relief, but it doesn't last. And later, you feel the effect in your finances. This is where money becomes more than numbers. It becomes connected to how you feel. Solution. Start asking a simple question before spending. Do I need this, or do I just want to feel better? That one question creates awareness, and awareness creates control. Reason 5. You move too fast with money. Most bad financial decisions happen quickly. There's no pause, no reflection, just impulse. And those small, fast decisions are what keep the cycle going. Because when you don't give yourself time to think, you repeat the same habits automatically. Solution. Slow things down. You don't have to stop spending completely, just delay it. Give yourself time, a few hours, a full day. You'll be surprised how many things stop feeling necessary when you wait. Reason 6. You don't have a system. At the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to. Without a system, money becomes unpredictable. And when money is unpredictable, your life starts to feel unstable. You're always reacting, always adjusting, never fully in control. Solution: keep it simple, but consistent. You don't need complexity. You need something you can follow repeatedly, a structure that guides your decisions every single time money comes in. Over time, that structure becomes discipline, and that discipline changes everything. Finally, being broke isn't always about how much you earn. It's about patterns, the small decisions repeated daily, the habits you don't question, the things you ignore until they become your reality. And nothing changes overnight. But the moment you start paying attention, really paying attention, things begin to shift. Slowly, not in a dramatic way, but in a real, lasting way. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about making money. It's about learning how to keep it and use it in a way that actually moves your life forward.